Alright, let's see, this should be fine, game should be fine. Let's make sure Epic Pen shows up. Epic Pen? No, like usual, Epic Pen doesn't want to cooperate. But we can fix that real easy by just doing this. There we go. I don't know why, but you gotta recapture Epic Pen every single time. But it's actually very easy, it just takes 1 second. It's just a little bit annoying. It should be okay. Alright, I'm gonna wait for like a couple seconds while I wait for the Vancouver Titans, Hansus Park, or whatever whatever he goes by, Sun City, so that he has a little bit of time to get here before I start my review. I really what? Oh, it's this one. Oh, it's from another. Okay, I think I may have. I think it's. Okay, so this one is an old one. Gotcha. This one is an old one. So I believe that we play mostly Zarya and mostly D.va. I have 2 codes for Sin City today. One is 2 maps of D.va, 1 map of Zarya, which is this, which Oasis. I assume this is the map you play Zarya, since well, it's university, right? You have a Rhine and a Reaper. I would assume this is the map where plays Zarya. Zarya is really good. It's a very enclosed space. Like Zarya is just the right one for this map, right? Like especially having a Reaper and like look at this team. We're gonna do great. Hey there. First map Steve. Ooh, okay, I see. I was just saying Zarya is actually really good for this map because you have these tight hallways, this is a small choke. So this is actually a really good Zarya map. But if you're gonna play D.va, then I'll go back to D.va. Also, Zarya comes really well with both Reaper Hunter. Let's see. Go back to start. Okay, so let's see how it goes. Alright. We are going. So, yeah. Bubble jumping, that's fine. Just a little bit faster. So, they basically have Ryan ahead of the Tracer behind us. We have Ryan, we want to use a bubble to give it to Ryan. No, use your stuff. Don't worry about the ball. You have like the only CC you have in the team is the Ana, so you should probably not try to focus down the ball because you're never gonna burn the ball down unless you have CC. So you should just let the ball leave until the end and focus on the other team. Tracer you should definitely worry about. She's on the right, yeah. You should have bubbled your Ryan there. You saw him for a moment. He was purple and low. I'm not going very in depth with Zarya because we are about to swap D.va, as you said, but just little things. Use others fight we just die here. Good bubble, but you're still gonna die, so. Okay. So I'm guessing you swap D.va now? D.va. We're swapping right now. Okay. So, done. There we go. I'd like to say that much like how Sigma is, people call Sigma a jack of all trades, master of none, because he can basically do everything, although he cannot do close range combat, like that's his one big weakness. I would say that D.va is a master of all trades, but the difficulty in playing D.va is that you can only do one thing at a time, right? So, but you can do everything. You just have to be really aware of what you're doing and when you are doing it. Because while you can do everything with D.va, except of course, like much like Sigma is a quote-unquote jack of all trades, even though he cannot do close, D.va is a master of all trades, even though she cannot do long range. She has mobility to make up for it. Mute. In either case, basically with D.va, you want to make sure you are. Awareness is the most important thing with D.va. You have to make sure you know what your role is, what style of D.va you're playing. Like you said, you're trying to focus on peel. D.va, yeah, D.va is. I wouldn't say D.va is the hardest tank to play because you can make do with only having one style of D.va, like peeling D.va, and you just stay in the backline and help your backline. So I wouldn't say she's the hardest tank to play. I would say she's the hardest tank to master. So D.va is probably the most complete hero in the entire game. Uh, she's been meta a lot of the time. Like in dive she was meta, in goat she was meta until Sombra came in. Right now she's meta, even though Sombra is alive because she can block Reaper, right? Defensive Matrix is a very, very big damage mitigation. It can mitigate a lot of incoming damage. It can mitigate ults. She has a lot of mobility with her boosters, which are on a 4-second cooldown, which is insane because boosters are basically the best mobility tool in the game. Yeah, sure, she may not be as fast as Hammond or deal a lot of damage, but just as a mobility tool, hardest level, yeah. So as a mobility tool, the boosters are definitely the best tool. You have perfect control, vertical and horizontal mobility on a 4-second cooldown. It's insane how good the boosters are. And of course, you have burst damage. Between the micro missiles and just your photo cannons, which have infinite ammo, you just have a lot of burst damage, especially if you know how to do the booster melee combo to deal a little bit of extra damage. But in the case, yeah, D.va is one of those heroes that can do everything, but you can get away with just doing the one thing. This game, you said you were trying to peel more, so we'll watch for you doing a bit of that. Basically, right now, if you want to peel, you should stay by your Ana. You have a Sen as well, who should be behind you. Where is the Sen? Oh, he's right in front of you. I just didn't see him because he's just out of your frame. Look at that. So yeah, just stay. Here's the thing with D.va, you don't want to stay exactly by your supports, but you want to stay within sight of them so that your matrix could help them if necessary. If you're in range of boost and matrix, you should be able to defend from basically wherever in the map. We go up front. This is fine. Okay. We are just spamming. This is fine. We are frontlining. We lost our Genji, so we're just unlucky. What rank are you no longer with the win with Pila, Demon, D.va, and 1% only? I would say, honestly, up to like 3700 PC. You can get away with knowing 1 or 2 styles of D.va. 2 would probably be masters, but 1 if you are really, really, really good at it. And then as the higher you come, the more you want to just intercalate, right? Like you're doing this, then you're doing this, then you're doing this, then you're doing this. And you just swap between styles of D.va play like every single second. Just because you can do everything, so why not do everything? We are just frontlining, but we lost Genji, so we basically have one less person to play with. We turn around. That's a good hit. Yeah, nice. I don't know if you were aiming for the hit, but you definitely ate it. We turned around because the Tracer was coming for our backline, and we Matrix the Ana, which is the good thing to do, the right thing to do. And we ate the postman. Well done. Keep in mind that Tracer is not just gonna let go of your support, so if you're playing Peel, be aware. Like your Sen is sleeping right here. That's not Sen. That's Genji's body. Why does it show his self if he's dead? Okay, don't mind me. But yeah, keep in mind that, especially if you don't have, like you told me more than once, that you usually don't have comms in console. So be aware for when your supports say, heal me, or group up with me, you know, those kind of things. Because those are usually them calling for help. If you're not in comms, you have to be even more aware of your supports. So right now what we're doing, this is one thing you don't want to do as D.va, which is frontline directly. You can help the frontline, you cannot be the frontline. I know that right now we just turned around and tried to peel, and then we turned around, basically our van is going this way. So what we should do here is just get out, right? Because even though our team is behind us, we cannot frontline. We have to wait for our van to engage, because we are not the main tank, we are just an off tank. So we back out a little, we should Good hit on the fire strike, get the nice ally Ryan from all charge. We have boosters, we should just boost us out or just walk away. Yeah, her leg is broken. You should just keep your Matrix on the Tracer wherever she shoots. Not all the time, just yeah, little bits. It's fine. And Nano Tracer can do a lot of damage, so just keep it out. Just make sure she doesn't get free shots. We are doing good peeling. We are not doing a lot more than peeling, but we are doing good peeling. We just die here. You just want to There's no way you're getting out. Just walk into a mine. Mines don't give the enemy all charge. So if you walk into a mine, then the Rhine won't get the 150 charge for smashing your brains in. Or also something a lot of people do is if you won the fight and the mines are still active, you just walk into them, take a little bit of damage, let your support charge their ults, little things. You can give them like 200 healing for each mine, so long as you have free time, right? In any case, we should regroup here. We should probably wait until Vine is no longer good in the fire strike. We should wait until the Vine is no longer purple. Okay, so here is where what I said comes into play about different styles of D.va. What can you do here? You can go with your Vine, which is front lining, right? You are helping the tank, which is something you do a lot, especially with Monkey. You said the other match has a lot of Monkey. So yeah, D.va can definitely help your front line. That's something she can do. She can peel for the tank and enable the tank. With D.va, you can also die by yourself, right? Like there's a Nana right here. You know the Ana is there. You don't have to kill her. If you just force her to retreat, then she doesn't have line of sight on her team anymore, and that's getting value. So if you can get to the Ana, that's a good strategy as well. It's another style. You just play an aggressive D.va. You basically play like a flanker. You try to deny value from their Ana, and then you group with your team using your boosters, which are a much faster cool and like you basically have unlimited mobility almost with D.va, so you can force the Ana out and be back with your team before she can be back with hers, which will give you a lot more value, especially because Ana is a lot of her healing. Baptiste has a lot of healing as well, but Ana is like really, really good, especially with Nade, right? Something else you can do, you can watch out for flanks. You can go contest flanks, make sure they don't have them ready. In this case, for example, if Ryan is going this way, you can check underneath, though no one's going to be underneath. But importantly, if Ryan is going to go main, you can check the off angle. Like as Ryan walks here, we just push here, we check the angle. We don't have to pressure the Ana, we just check the angle. And when Ryan is pushing, we either regroup with him or regroup with him this way. Ideally, if you regroup this way, so that you don't take poke damage. We just make sure that the Tracer isn't pushing this way, that the McCree isn't looking to flank us, right? We just check the angle, contest the angle. With D.va, you can definitely contest off angles very, very easily. And the last thing you can do is just play a little further back, wait for your DPS to engage, especially if you have flankers. Like Genji has a blade, so what you probably want to do is enable the Genji rather than the main tank, which is another style of play. You just go with whatever your carry DPS is, right? In this fight, it will be Genji, he has a blade. On this team, you usually would go with Reaper, but because Genji has a blade, all we do is we go in with the Genji when he blades, we tank a lot of the damage with Defense Matrix, and we make sure that no one sees him or tries to kill him while he's going in. Let's see what we do. Ryan's going left, so again, yeah, we can go with the Ryan, that's fine. We can also check the off angle, because, well, there's a Tracer there. There's going to be a ball coming this way, right? We know that they have at least 2 flankers. There's the Tracer. We should have Matrix that for a second, but she's dead, so we can push. Now that they don't have a Tracer, our backline has been relieved of a lot of the pressure. Because while Abalis can be dangerous, we have an Ana and a Sen who should be able to peel a little bit for each other if it's only the ball diving them. So we can probably push here. That's unnecessary Matrix. Like, if you're gonna Matrix, make sure you're Matrixing something important. Don't use your Matrixes to absorb spam damage, especially because if your Vine needs you to absorb spam damage, it will only be when his shield is broken, right? Otherwise, he will just use a shield. So especially when playing with Rhine or with Monkey drops his bubble, don't Matrix unless it's like a nade coming in like above or a dynamite coming in above the shield, then you can Matrix that. But unless your tank has no shield available, we don't absorb spam. If our tank has no shield available, or if we're playing, for example, with a Roadhog, you can absorb a little bit more spam, but that in that situation is warranted because we have no shield to mitigate the spam. In this case, we don't have to just eat the spam. We can kill this ball. Micro missiles, yeah, okay. And the Genji got 2 or 3. We could have gone with the Genji, but I think your decision to peel back. You're playing a peel D.va, so I think your decision to peel back for your team is good. And this is a one fight. We should just take the high ground at this point. A lot of D.va is thinking what you're gonna do on the next fight. What your impact is going to be on the next fight, because it helps you realize what type of playstyle you want to have. So if you're peeling with D.va, what I would actually recommend is taking the high ground, right? Because that way, if the ball or the tracer tries to come through the high ground, you already are there, and like basically, hold on, let me just go a little higher. Being on the low ground means that just to get to the high ground, you have to invest your boosters, right? And probably a little bit of your defense matrix so you don't take damage. And if they're already waiting, they don't have to spend any resources. So they already have a resource advantage just by being here first. On the other hand, if you are here, even playing here, right, then first you will have your boosters, and if they want to engage on you, they will have to use resources. So just standing here means you are preventing them from taking all of this space for free, just by standing here. And if we want to get back to point, we can either just drop if we have the time, or we can just boosters wherever we want, because if we want to boosters this way or this way, there is basically no hero in the game that is faster than D.va. And so just by standing here, you deny them the high ground, you deny them this entire flank that they can take to just get to your backline, knowing that this angle, the other angle on the other end is very close, they will have a much more difficult time going that way. So just by standing here, you deny them of the flank. You are basically peeling just by existing here. No, let's go back to you. That was unnecessary, but you should be able to charge it before. Like, I would understand if they had like a Widow or a Pocketed Ash that could just one-shot the Zen, but otherwise, it's not necessary. At the same time, I get it. You're gonna get it back before the battle engages, but just little things. So we could have prevented that. We should use it now, though. Make sure he doesn't get too short. Yeah, we were a little bit late on that Matrix reaction. It's fine, though. Don't hold it. You don't need to hold it. Like, you have all of your health. This is wasted. What I was saying about the Zen was a little bit nitpicky. This is wasteful. Like, that little bit we wasted on Zen against all of these that we wasted while taking no damage. This is wasteful, because this is going to take at least 3 seconds to recharge, right? Takes one, I think it's 0.75 seconds per second, but like, look, the ball is already engaging, right? And we only have 1/5 of our defense matrix. We get to the high ground, we engage on the ball, this is okay, but again, if we were standing here, right, the ball wouldn't be able to engage. We can just poop him off, even, as he tries to roll in. Still, we chase him away. I hear the Tracer push bombing. I think you did too, and that's why you boosted back, but send trance to avoid getting killed. You don't have to peel, because we are in trance. So you can play a little aggro. That's a good kill. We should be going for this next. She has no recall. That's fine. I'm gonna guess what a lot of tier players do is they just boost at the McCree. Keep in mind that you don't have to sacrifice yourself to. I a lot of what D.va players will do is they will just get in the face of the McCree and be like, I'm gonna use my entire defense matrix on you. Wait, I ran out! And he just shoots you out of the mech. Keep in mind you don't have to do that. You have like 1 to 2 seconds easy before he can shoot while his ult charges up, because you know it has the whole scroll thing that closes in like this. Actually, I can just show me the McCree. Right, it's slowly closing in, and he already started it. So what you can do is you can just boost below him, wait for a second, and then matrix him. You don't have to go right at him. And what you do is you boost below, you max it for a couple seconds, right? And then you get to safety. Because by giving your teammates a couple of extra seconds, they should all be able to get away from the Deadeye. That's all you need. You don't have to eat it. Try to hold matrix as long as you can. You don't have to. So long as you give your team enough time to hide, that's all you need. But again, you just, in the 1 to 2 seconds you have before he shoots it, because he's not gonna get a kill before that, you can just boost as close as you want with him to him. Then you matrix him, which is indeed the right call. And while you are matrixing him, you should slowly start moving to safety, so that you are also safe when he shoots the ult, right? So, yeah, he did get that. He got us here. He got the like, he didn't kill us, but we're close. I think you were a little late with your matrix because it did hit you, or maybe we weren't aiming it at him directly. But it's a lost fight at this point. It should be okay though. Like, I don't. That's a reaction thing, so I expect you to get a little bit better at it just by praying a little bit more. And I think you were just like a millisecond late because you did start holding in his direction. I think you either were like a tiny bit off, or he just shot before you aimed at him. This is lost. Like, this is a lost fight. We just town point. No, I don't think the ult was necessary. Flew into a minefield. Oh, you may have flew into a minefield. Okay. He still shot, but he probably didn't do all of the damage because there was no way he charged all of that. But yeah, maybe you ate it and just took the damage from Matrix. Like I said, though, you don't have to rush at him. You can just take your time and pick your angle. Like, hold on, let's go back a little bit, actually. If the game would show me the cursor, please. I hate when it does that. I don't know why it's back like this. There we go. Right, so I want to watch this entire from point of view. Focus on McCree. Okay, we chase him out. You got your point. This is fine. Just listen. We just use boosters for no reason. We kill the Rhine, that's fine. We didn't need to use boosters there, like, we have full health. We don't have to fly up if we have full health. There we go. It's high noon and mines. What you do here, you fly up, right? If you fly up, the mines don't get us, and then we can decide where to go. You can even fly up here if you want to. Instead, I think you go directly for the McCree. Yeah. Yeah, we just fly into 1,000 mines trying to get the McCree. You're correct. And he still gets Reaper because we weren't far enough. So it probably would have been better not to give our mech to that. In either case though, this is a lost fight. Like, the Reaper was gonna die, Rhine was gonna die, nothing you can do about it sometimes. They used like 3 ults to fight. We used 1, we used trans. So it's fine to lose fight sometimes. Like, if you don't use your ult here, we come back with 4 ults and they will have like 3. We can kill this. We can definitely win the next fight, is what I'm getting at. We have more ults and we have better ults. So the fight is lost, don't ult. We get no one. The Trace is dead. You can kill Diana. I think the right call is to kill Diana. Like, look at her. She's got that much health and, like, she's trying to sleep you, of course, but... Oh, she's gonna sleep you, isn't she? Yeah, you shouldn't have turned away for Diana. First, you always want to kill the heal when you can. The healer is your main priority. Second, yeah, she slept you. So, yeah, don't turn away from the Ana if you're fighting her. The ball is killable though. Nice. And it's maybe winnable now. Yeah, it's probably winnable now. Well done. He's dead, and we just chase the bab. We did lose the point, which means that we did still go from 2 fight territory at 80%, and we are now at 1 fight territory. So was it worth it using the bomb? Maybe, but we could probably have done the same without the bomb, because we could have recontested at 99% and won another fight without it. So it's okay. Necessary matrix again. Not sure why you turned it around. I think you were panicking because the point was about to flip, even though your Genji was on it. But in the end, you get slept off the point anyway, so it flips anyway. Like I said, it's okay to give up the point if you know you can win the fight, or you can recontest, and it's the same. Like 90 and 99, there is basically no difference. It's 1 fight. So yeah, it's okay to give up the point if you have to. We just use Matrix again, unnecessary. If we have full health, there is no reason to use Matrix unless we're doing it for someone else. Unnecessary boosters. Like again, that was, I think we already addressed this last time, but a random cooldowns. I know this is from before I believe this is from before the thing, before the last world review, but that was just a random cooldown. I've already gone over this, so I won't be touching on it a lot. Again, we should be taking the high ground. You deny them space, you just have the advantage. Get it on the fire strike. Careful for shatter. Are we going again? If we had the high ground from the beginning, this Tracer would not be able to come here, right? Like Tracer would have to invest at least a couple blinks to get here, so we don't just burst her down. And instead, we are using our Matrix to go. Our Matrix, no, our boosters to go contester, right? We contest her. Jesus recall. We use trans. This is probably one already, so it's okay. But again, we should focus on whoever we're chasing. Like, if you decide to go for the Tracer, we decide to go for the Tracer. Instead, if you decide to go back to main, you're switching a little bit, but that's okay, so long as you decide to stick to one thing at the moment. Unnecessary Matrix. And you can kill the soldier. We got points, so it's fine, yeah. Keep in mind, we did use a lot of ults. We did use, like, 4 ults. I would recommend you go and fire your missiles here to try to get your ult, because you only have the Shatter. And even though they have nothing, Shatter alone may not be enough to win a fight, because it can be blocked very easily. We take this high ground, which is weird, because you are not contesting any extra space, right? To get you there, you still have to use the Matrix, the boosters, and they can still go that way without you. The only thing this gives you is the opportunity to back out and take no damage, which is an advantage. Like, playing here is definitely better than just playing like here or here. But if you thought of this, right, not just play like here, right? If they start, you can see them from here, like you can see where they go from here. So if they go the long way, you can just be like, oh, they're going the long way. I saw the Tracer go that way. I'll just come back. So just your presence can deny the entire area. 89, 90. We should just spam missiles there. Try to get their ult. Like, don't get me, this is a cute spot. Like, this little thing. This is a cute spot to be on, but it's not as efficient as. It's nice. It looks nice, but you don't have to be there. Good boop on the ball. But there's still touch. We are anti. We should. If they have a Nana, you should be looking to eat those, because eating the nades will win you fights. If I play far right, doesn't that leave the far left open for flanks? It's a lot more difficult to flank this way. First, because your supports can play here, it's not as open. It only has this tiny choke to go through, and they have a mini right here, and also they are like they can also rely on their team a lot more, because to get through your backline, for your team to access, hold on, this is a lot easier for your team to access than the high ground, right? If someone wants to contest this area, they just can't contest this area. But if someone wants to contest high ground, it's basically only you that can contest the high ground. Reaper and Genji can technically go to the high ground, but they can't contest it, whereas you can contest the high ground by yourself, so you're denying that entire space. And coming back for you is very easily, especially with D.va. Like, play here doesn't mean that you have to stay here, right? You can start here, and if you see them going left, we just come back here. And from here, we are one boosters away from Matrix range, right? Or just literally one boosters away from the area. Because boosters are just so good. So, I would recommend just start on the high ground, but you don't have to stay here through the whole fight. And the best advantage of this is that you can see where they're going. Like, if you see the Tracer goes that way, you can just rotate this way, right? But if you see them coming this way, you can just stay here and contest them. Or even if you see them coming main, you can just stay here, and when they're about to engage, you either go behind them, or go here and protect the team from here. Because D.va has some mobility, you can basically go wherever the fuck you want. But yeah, playing with D.va depends on rotating, depending where the enemy team is. So starting on high ground is good, but you don't have to stay on high ground, because they also have 3 routes they can go, right? I guess technically 4, but let's count the 2 middle ones as the same one. So if they go the far way, if you see them going the far way, you can just rotate this way. And it's literally just 2 steps to get to this area where you can work from here. And if they want to come any of the other 2 ways, which is this way or main, we can just either come here or come here and behind them. We just have the options to go either way. Let's go back to you. Oh, there we go. I think this is 1 though. We killed 2 or 3. We can just bomb this. Yeah. Nice. Also keep in mind that at this rank, you should trust at least a little bit that your supports are used to getting deepened, and they would probably play somewhat close to someone. Even if they just play together, it would be a lot harder for just like Tracer to 1v1 them, because they will actually be 1v2, right? Like Sen can just torp Ana when she has to, Ana has tools, and if only Tracer goes that way, it will be a lot easier for them to deal with. And if you have to, you can also peel by using your boosters. Whereas if the entire team decides to go this way, or you see that 2 of them are going that way, you can just rotate yourself. This is a really good D.va point. We should just take the high ground from the beginning. It's fine. I like the little tech. The floating tech. You're a little early on the boosters there. Yeah, you don't make it. It's fine though. It's fine. Genji gets out. We shouldn't go to the high ground now. We lost the high ground when we didn't get there. So we just play on main. Play behind the Ryan for now. Or behind the corner. Try to win the frontline fight. We are peeling, but it doesn't require peeling. Maybe it does. I don't know if the Genji is looking behind him. I would be looking at the ball instead. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, no, the Genji is looking behind him. So basically they are 2v1 in the Tracer. And we should instead be focusing on D.va, who's attacking our Zenyatta. D.va, the ball that's attacking our Zenyatta, right? Because he's in a much more dangerous position. He's a lot more vulnerable. He's got a ball shooting at him. He's very close to the front line. Diana can see him. Our Ana has the mini here, and she's got Genji with her. So here, instead of making this 5v4 on the front line and leaving them to 2v1 for a moment, we are making it a 3v5 in the front line for us, and a 3v1 here, which is probably still wrong. Like, I don't know if you guys kill or don't kill this Tracer. Ideally, just kill her, but then you guys have lost the biggest fight here. This is one of those situations where you are peeling for your Ana even though it is not required. And this is where the game sense comes in, of being able to say, do I have to peel in this situation? Or would I rather like peel for someone else or help Ryan who's very, very low and about to die? Now I expect you guys to lose this fight, not just because of you, but because we are very split, like the team is fractured. Like we have a clear, actually it's a 2-1-3 because Zen is 1v1 in the ball, which is like never gonna win. But instead we have half of the team focusing the Tracer and 2 people on point fighting like 4 of them. Tracer gets out. Our Zen dies. We could have prevented that, but our Vine is 1. We should make sure our Vine can get some healing. He's dead. We were a second too late, but that's fine. He was like melee. That's fine. I cannot blame you for that. Tracer's dead. The runner is dead. The runner was very far forward. Is this winnable? Yeah, probably actually. We're low, but that's fine. We can kill the bot. They got point though, so. At this point, now that they've copped, now that they've got the point, we retreat because we just kind of push into the Rhine. And again, just dead. We just tell people to regroup, yeah. We could have eaten that, but it's okay because either way, it's not gonna get the Rhine or charge because it was a deflected fire strike, so that's fine. And we tried to eat it, we were just a second late, so that's, again, that's pretty good. We eat that, yeah, good job. We're standing in choke. We shouldn't do this. Don't stand in choke. Do something, right? Like D.va doesn't do a lot from this distance. Like I said, she's a close range character, and she doesn't do good from mid to long range. We should be trying to, I don't know, take the high ground, right? We can take the high ground. Our Ana is supporting Orion, our Sun is supporting Orion. We should be, I don't know, you can see the Tracer, right? Like, you know the Tracer's there. We can go help. I know that now. I just saw the ball. Maybe you didn't have to see it. Taking this high ground is okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's okay. You can distract the Rhine from here. Keep in mind the Genji. Yeah, the Genji and the Baptiste are on you. We get away and we lose Meg. That's just a little bit of lack of awareness. You took too long to get out, but it's okay. With like what you going up there did is it got their Vine to back up from here to here, which gives them like first he doesn't have this cover anymore. So this was a good move. As soon as the Vine got backed out, we should have gotten out, and then we can push with your team, or you could have gotten out to this high ground or go get the Mega. But I did like this move. You just stood a little bit too long. You just stayed a little bit too long. Right there. What you did was the Rhine who was on here backed out to here, so now his area of influence is a lot smaller, but we lost Meg because of it, because we stayed for a couple seconds too long. Still, you can stay behind the Rhine and try to get the Meg back and try to get back in the fight. Something, baby D.va, that's a surprising amount of damage. Yeah, we just spam. Just spam them. They are losing gold, so it's probably lost anyway. But we just spam them or try to get out. You should commit to either. You should commit to either dying or getting your mech. We did half and half there. They kill us. This is fine. I don't expect that you were going to win that fight after they used so many ults. They actually only used like 2 or 3 ults, but it's okay. They used Blade, which is really, really important for us. And now we have Nano Blade. So what do? We wait for the Genji to dash up. Like Genji will usually dash up. He will get nanoed in the air. He will Blade, which is his dash. He will dash again, kill someone, dash again, kill someone, dash again, right? So we wait for the Genji to dash and get nanoed, and then we just boosters in with him. Our win condition is Genji, so we have to wait for him. We didn't have to go up, but that's okay. Unnecessary Matrix. We should have had it for that instead, even because we were eating earlier. It's okay, it's not a big deal, it's just little things. We take the high ground again. Again, I like this, just make sure that if you're threatened, none of your supports can see you. And their entire team, you are in their area, right? This is the space they control. Again, you coming up here, the Rhine is backing out a little bit. Just you being here makes some space, but we have to be aware of when to leave. Like Genji's on us already, so we drop. This is okay. We didn't use boosters to get out. That's okay. We have boosters now. That's fine. We're trying to bottle Genji. We bomb the high ground. I think that's gonna land on. I think that's gonna be mostly blocked by the thing. Yeah. So unlucky. Just a couple more meters, like one more meter to the left, and you would have killed like probably Oasis, and if it were here, probably the ball. And if you learn to aim them, and ideally you want them to land like here, not this high up in the air. So maybe if it exploded here, you could have gotten Diana or someone else, right? But that's fine. We got Meg back, so that's good, and we forced him out. We just send. Our win condition is still here. This is our win condition. We have to make sure that this happens. I heard the Nanoblade. We have to go with the Genji. Nice. Yeah, this is good. We win the fight. We don't need any more. Polish one again. That's on you, but you can just kill him. You don't know where he is. You're just looking for him. You just saw him. Yeah, you were just looking for him. That's good. Just kill him. This is a decent position. Like I don't. This is not the. I'm not gonna say it's 100% the right position. Like, but I'm gonna say it's 90% the right position for night. I'll rephrase that. I'm not gonna say this is the wrong position 100% of the time, but it is the right position 90% of the time. Sometimes you wanna make sure you are checking flanks. Sometimes you wanna make sure you are looking at Mega, maybe going this way, but maybe you wanna be on the high ground in the middle of point, the dildo. But right now, to stay a good position, we can just damage the Rhine. Your micro missiles do not have damage fall off, so you can just shoot them whenever you want. That's the one thing you have for spamming people. So we should have used them here. Yeah. You can use them. The sooner you use them, the sooner you'll have them back. So I tend to use them whenever I see that they're actually going to do damage, rather than just spamming them into a shield. If I see an opportunity to throw them out and use them early to get ult charge by doing damage, I usually will. What are we doing here? This is cheeky, but unnecessary. Like it's the same with the thing with the little square high grounds, the little walls on the other point. Like, yeah, it looks nice, but there's no reason to do it. Like, did we come all this way just to avoid getting hooked? Is that what you're thinking? Because you can get hooked on your way down anyway. And it's not like dropping here is gonna make you a big deal. And you can boost us here and you can be in the fight in less time, right? That's what the main game has. That's what I'm saying. Like, going here has probably wasted you like 2 seconds of time, whereas coming just either dropping or boosting here would have taken 1 second. So it's 1 extra second that you don't have to waste right now. Again, this is a little nitpicky. I don't think it's gonna make a big impact, but you can kill the Rhine. Yeah, that's good. Again, we don't have to hold Matrix for this. Like, everyone is full health, so there's no reason to use Matrix here. Instead, we should make sure we have Matrix from when Hook tries to hook someone. Booster Matrix for when Hook tries to hook someone. We don't, but Rhine's not gonna die because we are winning the fight. We try to go back to high ground. There's no reason to. We are holding up here. Like, you can be with your team up here, right? You have the most mobility in your team, so you can even be the last one to get out of here. Making sure you don't get hooked, right? The Hawk should die. You instead of knowing that he uses his hook, again, much like with Sigma, with Matrix you can deny all of his damage so long as he doesn't hook you. If he hooks you, I feel like I wasn't much on the high ground, take another angle. That's fine, but like I said, you can just boost. You don't have to go all the way around and drop. I get what you mean. Like what I'm saying is the decision of going is good. All I'm saying is in this case you didn't have to go all the way around, which wasted maybe a second. Where you can either just drop here for another angle here, or you can just boost here for another angle. Right? We can just go here. Instead we go all the way around and we waste 1 second. It's okay. It's nitpicky. That it's worth it. Like much like with Sigma, you want to play in your effective range as soon as he doesn't have hook. He just hooked, so now we can, instead of backing out, we can get a little bit closer and try to kill him. Let's look at you. Instead, we just back out and play defensive. This is a wasted metrics. I mean, wasted boosters. And now he has hook back. So now we should be saving our matrix in case he hooks someone. He didn't, barely. We have a bomb now. We should, like, if we lose this fight, we're gonna lose the point, right? So we should be looking to engage with at least one, if not more ults. Again, this is usually done by comms, but with D.va bomb, it is one of the ults you can use at the earliest because of how it works. So you can use it like as soon as the Rhine starts to push, like as soon as they have a Rhine here, you can shoot it at the backline and try to exploit it. Like if you can put it like here, this is a great place because it gets all of this, and gets inside and gets outside, right? So this is a great location. If you get it here, then the Rhine is forced to push or turn around. If he turns around, your team can kill him from behind, and because you put the D.va bomb behind him, his team doesn't have the shield, and they probably have to hide like here or hide here or hide here, and he doesn't have any support, and you can just kill him. Your team can just kill him while he's alone from the D.va bomb, right? You can just pat him off. You know, like I think I said this last time. You don't have to kill a lot of people. You don't even have to kill anyone to get value with the D.va bomb. Just by putting it here, you're denying his team like all of this space. You're denying his team all of this space, right? They cannot be here for about 3 seconds. They cannot be here, and in those 3 seconds, your team can just absolutely murderize the Reinhardt that is alone here. So at you. We go back to the high ground. You can do it from here, by the way. Like, you can just throw it from here. If you aim at this, you will get it more or less where you want it. But we should definitely do it. Like, bombing early here can save you up to 4 ults. If we win the fight just with the bomb, we save Reaper, which is pretty good. Shatter, which can be huge. Nanoblade, which again is massive. So by ulting early, we can save a lot of ults and we can win the fight very early. Like, this would be a great moment. Like, hold on, let me just look at this. If you put your bomb here, what are they gonna do, right? The Hawk has to get away. The Rhine is alone on point. Like, their BAP cannot do anything. Maybe the BAP can do the Emo, but they're still gonna try to hide because Emo leaves you with like a tiny bit of health. The Genji is gonna try to get away. Where's Diana? Diana's right behind the Hawk, so she's probably also going to try to hide like even here. And the Rhine is gonna be literally alone. So this would be a great time to bomb. In fact, I'm not surprised you haven't yet. You got the Tracer. Oh, I know what's going on. You are focused on peeling. So you were like, oh no, that's a Tracer. I have to go protect my team from the Tracer. She recalls, we use Nanoblade. That can probably still win you the fight. We push the Tracer, that's good. They have also Nanoblade, which is bad for us. We want to use ults. We definitely want to make ult. We have no supports. We have to win this fight. It's a fight. You can bomb the Roadhog. He cannot heal during his full hog. So by bombing him, it's basically guaranteed kill. Again, right there, as soon as you boosted, you should have bombed. We are contesting bomb, please. Like, if you bomb here, Diana is dead. She can't go anywhere. And we should have ulted earlier. And the Rhine is with his team to block the bomb, but no one is gonna die anyway. I'm not gonna say you lost that fight because we have two people who also died with ults. But you basically died with your ult as well. Like, you waited until the very last second to pop it. And out of all the ults we had, yours was the least valuable. So we could have thrown it away to see if we got a pick or if we could pressure the Rhine into making a mistake. And that could have won us the fight. And if we had won the fight, we could have won the game. Or the map at least. Well, the map and the game, right? If we win the map, we win the game, so. What's next? Adams? This is really weird. This is a better D.va map than Zarya map, but I want to see how it goes. You want to think about that? Yeah. That's another thing with D.va, right? Like I said earlier, you have to be aware of like a lot of things going on at once. So yeah, you were on Pili. Like I said, you were probably looking at the Tracer. You were trying to keep track of the Tracer. You were on the high ground. You were thinking about staying in the high ground if you could. And just a lot going on. I honestly, as soon as the Rhine pushed alone, I would have been like, oh, free fight win. Yeet, bomb. And maybe it didn't work, right? But at least I'm actively trying to do it. And by you don't even have to give up high ground positioning because you can boost, you can press Q, and you can land on the high ground, stay on the high ground as Baby D.va, and remake on the high ground, and you will still have all your cooldowns. So you don't even have to give up high ground to do it. But if you fall, it's fine. You are D.va. You're playing Zarya now. I've already gone over Zarya with you, and I believe this is from before. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe this is from before the VOD review I had for you on Thursday. I think it was Thursday or Wednesday. But let's see how it goes. We have a Rhine here. I think I looked at you with a ball. So this might work out. We get to see a little bit with the Rhine. Also, bad bubble Rhine was poking out, so we're gonna get no value here. Like I mentioned last time, with the Rhine, this was for further, yeah. Ana 7 with Mercy Lucio. That's fine. I would recommend, if you think that there is low healing, you can always go with a more self-sustained character like Sigma or Hog, right? Those are or even Ball. Sigma, Hog, Ball. These are very self-sustaining, like extremely self-sustaining, to the point where Sigma requires minimum healing and Hog and Ball can play with like no healing at all. So if you think you don't have enough healing, you can always go one of these. Zarya is between those and the ones that do need healing, because she can do a lot by herself, but you still need time to build up, right? And to get that time to build up, you need healing for your team to push forward. They also have double shield, so we want to play literally in front of their faces. Now would be a great time to bubble Rhine. Look where he is. If you bubble in here, he's gonna get like so much ult charge for free. What's on the to peel? Oh, you didn't need peel. Okay, gotcha. I related to what you told me last time that you were spamming and healing because you didn't have enough sustain. So, but yeah, they definitely don't need as much peel. Like Lucio Moira are definitely self-sustainable as well. And yeah. So yeah, with Rhine, we want to use bubbles to get charge. This should have been a great bubble. We use ours a little early. Again, your bubble isn't necessary here. Like no one's shooting at you. You get no value. That's a better bubble, but if we had had it like 2 seconds earlier, or even 3 seconds earlier, it would have gotten a lot more value. We still win the fight. Our Vine went aggro into double shield, that's all you need to do. Decent kill on the Genji. We can frontline here, like especially knowing our McCree is all the way here. We can just frontline a little bit, knowing that we have our bubbles and we can turn around the corner and we can just try to get a little charge. Like the run is gonna fire strike. We can just eat that, not eat like D.va, but we can just bubble and take the 20 free charge. Instead we just take the damage to the face, and we have no charge. And keep in mind, against double shield, you want to be like literally in their faces. It's not quite like against Sigma, where it is a 100% win, but playing Grind Zarya, you definitely want to be in their faces, because your damage is never going to get through the shields otherwise. Again, that's a good bubble on Ryan. He gets pulled, he's halted, so we bubble him. We should walk in front of Ryan bubble. Yeah, that's good. Now we have high charge. Worth bubbling in fire strike for only 20 energy. In that case, yes, because they don't have a Lucio, so they have no way of capitalizing on it. Like, you are not engaging for another 8 seconds, right? They are not going to be up in your face for a little bit, and you are not going in, because they have to push into you. So you can just bubble for 20 energy and use 20 free energy. Because you will have the cooldown again, like, hold on. Let's go back a little bit. Yeah. Show me the cursor, goddammit. I don't know what's up. There we go. That's a weird bug anyway. We win the fight. Kill the Genji. Here, right? If we use our bubble, it's 20. Hold on. And here. I'm gonna wait there. 12%. If we use our bubble, it's 20 free energy, and we go out to 21. Getting back. Sorry about that. So I was saying we could be at 21 energy. Sorry, 21 energy. And you definitely have your bubble back by the time they engage, right? Like, look at this, 12%. I want to see how long it goes until we actually use our bubble. 14, 15, 16. We haven't bubbled yet. We have used friendly bubble. Like, yeah, 22. We would have had it by now, and we haven't used it. So it's been 10 seconds, and it would have been, we would be at probably not 60, because it decays a little bit over time, but say maybe 55 energy. It's worth it. It would have been free energy, because we haven't used our bubble in that time. And we used it right now. It would have been perfect timing, actually. With a second or two to spare, just in case, but yeah, it would have been worth it. In any case, we're at high energy. We just want to run into their faces and kill them. That's a great shadow. We just go in. We don't even have to bubble until Ryan charge. He's probably gonna charge, I imagine. Never mind, we just high noon. He charged anyway, but here we can just spam the you can spam their spawn from here, because you have an arc, you can throw it over this and get a little bit of extra charge, extra charge. Is it worth it? Yeah. Is it nitpicky? A little bit. Ult charge is always important, especially with a slow charging ult like Rive. I always try to make sure to spam chokes with my right click, because it might give me a 10% faster ult charge or faster ult charge overall, which is a lot. Yeah, here we go. It's fine, we just keep spamming. That's a great tool from our key. We just keep spamming. I don't think we have. There we go. That hit and gave us 3%. That's fine. We bubble the Rhine after pool. That's pretty good. We take bubble, that's good. I mean, we take damage with bubble, that's good. We're playing defensive. McCree needs help. We should go left. Going this way is better than going this way, because you can pressure the... If they push this way, you can pressure from this direction better than you can pressure from this. Because A, you have an angle, and your McCree has another one. And B, your McCree, and you stop them from being able to access the Mega. Just by being here, you being here blocks this choke point. So, first, McCree can take the Mega safely if he needs it. And secondly, they can push you into the Mega. We should bubble that and bubble Rhine and get out, because their field is so much damage. Like, this is double damage for everything in there. So what we want to do is make sure that we bubble and try to get around the corner safely. Because once we get around the corner, this is useless. Until we get around the corner, this is very, very dangerous. 2 bubbles. Oh, we don't bubble the Rhine in time. As a note, you would have bubbled the Pulse Bomb by chance by doing that. But I would not have guessed it. But just to shield Ryan from the Matrix damage is worth bubbling him. Treasures behind us, we should... We have a McCree. It's difficult because while you can turn around and bother her a little bit, you should also be focused on the front line. Mostly because your Ryan is playing here rather than playing here. If your Ryan was here with you, you could turn around and kill the Tracer. But instead, Ryan is playing here and his shield going to get broken. And there's going to be a lot of incoming damage, so we have to do something about it. Like, you're playing in the right position, but the Ryan is just holding shield instead of playing back. We go for the Tracer anyway. And we beat... I'm not sure about that grab. Like I said, I think you just grabbed the Genji thinking he was going to Blade. But having used speed just now, I would say it's worth saving it. Still, if you just saw the Genji, grabbed, got one pick, it's okay. Might win you the fight, honestly, that single pick, and we get Teemo out too, even though it's late. Do we eventually get back to? And we just frontline. We block the Shatter, and this is basically one. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think you're gonna lose this. Genji Blades, kills 3, kills... Ooh. You should bubble your Mercy. A second too late, but we can kill the Genji and it should be fine. I think this is fine. You should stay on the point. Right now, you are basically the... You and Reaper are the only damage your team have because your McCree is dead. So if you have hopes to kill like a Ball or a D.va, or even a Tracer, that's on you. So you should stay on the point. Yeah, that's good. Stay on point. Bubble your Reaper. Now that our Reaper is dead, we are basically all of our damage. We should have bubbled the Reaper to keep him alive, because Blossom would have been really good, and he's really good against Ball especially. I'll be honest, I think he could have list this one. I was pretty sure you had it in the bag, but now I'm not sure. We're trying to get Bab, that's okay. We're gonna kill the Bab. We bubble, that's good. Yeah, I think we got it. Our Creek kills 2, and there's only the ball left. Okay, I think you got it. And you win! Well done. So, particularly for D.va, first, keep into account that you can have multiple styles, and that peeling doesn't just mean staying with your supports. You can, quote-unquote, peel by protecting off angles, which is very important, so that flankers cannot just take them for free. And other than that, don't use your cooldowns randomly, especially the boosters. And you don't have to Matrix as soon as you see any damage coming. Hold on, let me get the other one now, and then I can maybe do 1 or 2 from the Discord. Alright, let's look at Illios, another control map. Another map that D.va is actually really good in. in all 3 points, D.va is really, really good. Hello, hello. Man, the names you guys have. Kitty Girl 266, Manninglax, Alter Sisio, Captain Port Joker. Is this a ship? Captain American Joker? How many styles they can play? The quote-unquote bigger styles are you just play with your tank, like you are gonna do here, I assume. So that's one. Second is you play Peel. Third is of angles. Fourth is aggro. Let's just say that those are the main ones, and then you can like put different things into those. Playing with your main tank is easy. It's technically Peel. You're peeling for your main tank. You're going with your main tank, and it's also aggression. So let's just say it's like main tank on dive, right? It's more like one of those Venn diagrams where they all superlay into each other. So let's say that, hold on. This is aggressive. This is Peel. And this would be angles. So let's make an angles. How would aggro and angle differ from each other? Okay, so aggro means you are aggressing onto the enemy. You are trying to make space by directly going on the enemy and try to burst, like, because D.va has a lot of burst damage. Aggro is the part of her style that comes from the damage, right? Make sure that I have the eraser so that I don't erase this. So aggro. I want to see. No, god damn it. Let me just do it again. This would be aggro. This would be Peel. Never mind. That looks awful. Do I have a shapes thing? I do not. Okay, let's do it again. Aggro. I cannot draw for shit. Peel and angles or positioning. If you want to call it positioning, that's also good. But let's just call it angles. Okay. So I hate how this looks, right? Okay. So aggro stands for her burst damage. Each of these, let's just say that each of these is like one part of her kit. Aggro is her missiles and her melee and her burst cannons, right? Her raw damage. So let's just call it aggro burst. Angles will be her mobility, so basically her angles, yeah, angles, let's just say it's her mobility. So that would be mobility. And Peel will be her damage mitigation in the form of her matrix, right? EM. So the styles of play you have exist between these spots. You have, of course, pure Peel right here. Each of these bubbles is its own style. You have pure Peel, you have pure aggro, and you have pure angles, which is basically just playing like it sounds. You just go to the high ground and stay on the high ground. You just go and try to assassin someone. It's okay, like that. But let's just say this is basically aggro is just going and inting. Let's just say that, let's say like that, and doing damage without thinking of anything. Let's just say that between angles and assassin, so here, do I have another color? Yeah, let's use green. This would be the assassin. I can probably type better than that. Because it is about going on off angles and killing people. So you're using both these tools to do that. You're using your mobility to get to the backline, and you are using your aggro and your burst damage to kill someone, and then you're using your mobility to get out. Peel and aggro would be, hold on, let me get another color, probably like let's do orange here. This would be playing with your main tank, because you are peeling for your main tank and you are going aggro with him, so like playing with the monkey. You go in aggro with the monkey, you use your matrix and damage mitigation to make sure your monkey doesn't die and you get out. The other one would be, I don't know, what's a good color? Let's just do, I don't have that many colors, man. Let's do white, like here. Pillar and angles would just be controlling of angles. Making sure your support doesn't lie. This is basically the style of pillar I was talking about earlier, where you can control space by being there, and you can use your mobility to get to and from supports and make sure that they don't die. And in the middle, you just have the basically multitasking D.va, which is just trying to do it all. Which means you just rotate between the different styles and try to do it all. And of course, this is like impossible to master. Not impossible, but it's if you master this, where you are just doing everything at once, that's where you want to be, but it's very difficult. So instead, I would recommend you focus on mastering one or two of the styles, and then you should be okay overall. And more important than mastering the styles from themselves is knowing, like, the important thing about multitasking is having the game sense to know when to use each of them, right? It's not like, oh yeah, I can play them all, but you have to know how to puzzle them together. You can't just be playing the off angle at all times. You cannot just be playing the assassin at all times. Man, I wish I had better handwriting, right? These are barely readable. Anyone who wouldn't be hearing me explain this would not understand what this fucking shit on the screen means. But, okay, do you understand what I'm pointing at? Like, it's not quite like having one style. It's more like a Venn diagram of different things that go together into making a style. I hope I explained myself somewhat properly. Right, let's then just clear it all and watch the actual gameplay. That's not you, you're this one this time. So here we just try to play our monkey. No reason to matrix him there, you can't matrix a punch. Or the Brian Hammer. Actually, they themselves are very difficult to dive him. Knowing that they have this, I would actually recommend you go Zarya on this one. Because even though your monkey wants to go in and dive, you have nothing to do. You cannot help him, and because there's just nothing to dive, right? You can't really help him. So I would be looking to either play this as a brawl team, which is difficult because we don't have a Lucio, or just go Zarya so that you can do damage by yourself to their very static frontline. I would say it's okay. Like you said, this time we are trying to focus a lot more on keeping our monkey alive. Keep in mind, we don't need to matrix when his bubble is up because, well, his bubble is up. And instead we take damage from behind because there's a ball shooting at us. Good kill on the soldier, but that's just mechanics. Oh, the ball booped us. I didn't even realize. I thought you just boosted into oblivion. A little bit. I said let's go back a little bit. There we go. Let's look at it from this angle. First, wait. We got to the high ground, that's fine. We contested the Doomfish, that's really good. We are helping our monkey and peeling at the same time. We're just holding this position. Doomfish punches us out. It's fine. We are dropping. Reaper goes in. We lose our mercy. We have no healing. So basically a lost fight. But we can still be here. Here's what I mean. We matrix the bubble. If monkey has bubble, we don't have to matrix him unless he's leaping in. Then if he is leaping in, we matrix to make sure he can use his bubble. But if he's just standing there, we don't have to matrix him. We try to go to point to kill the soldier, which is something we do. And yeah, the ball just shoots you farther away than you can manage. And I think your boosters are running out. And you try to go back. Yeah, that's just unlucky. I was gonna say you need to practice the mechanics so that doesn't happen. But I hadn't realized that the ball just booped you out of the map. Let's call it unlucky and move on. Again, like full health, full health. We don't have to make resist. We should have matrix that instead. And we shouldn't be matrixing that. Like, the ball doesn't do like any damage from this range, right? The move was just very unlucky, yeah. Just unlucky. The ball will never do like any damage from this range. We don't have to worry about his shots. We should be worrying about the 9, the Ryan, the 20% charge he gets from, not 20, but these are very tight corridors, so maybe like 14 to 21 he gets per thing. Here, we just try to kill the Mercy if we can. You went too high. You don't have to... I don't know why we just didn't go for the Mercy. Instead, we go all the way around. And we lose the Mercy, who's now in there. So there, just stay on the Mercy. When you find, like, Mercy's their only heal, so Lucio doesn't heal a lot. So when you find her isolated like that, you just get on her face. Just get on her face and kill her, no matter what happens. Instead, Mercy gets out. Our Tracer is out, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be very difficult. We try to go for the Vine. He goes Shadow anyway. Yes, but if you had, like, because we went to the high ground, like, hold on, let me go back a little bit. Here we go. I think this is where I want to be. Where are you? Like, look, right? If instead of going up, we had just stayed here, the Mercy could not have, like, she went inside, I think. No, she went to high ground. That's on me. I'm pretty sure you could have body blocked there, but it would have required an adjustment, and I don't know how easy that is to make in console. Like, it's probably very difficult. So let's just call it evens. You can definitely body block the Mercy from going back to her team, but you probably can. I don't know if you can do it in console that fast. Let's just look at you. You. Like, hold on. What I'm referring to is that what you want to do usually is go for the boosters and melee at the end. And the melee will end your boosters. I have to explain this because it's actually very important. And the melee will both end your boosters where you want them to end, and will do an extra 30 damage, right? So we are doing an extra 30% damage for free. And also, we would have been right in front of the Mercy, which means that if you try to Guardian Angel, she would have hit us. I just don't know how easy it is to do the melee combo in console. But if you can't get it down, you could have stopped the Mercy from going back to her team by body blocking her. So I'll show it to you later, after the map. We go for the Rhine. We try to kill the Rhine, but it's a lost fight. Probably a lost fight. We have no DPS. And they use ults. Yeah, it's definitely a lost fight. Just get out. Like, there's so many ults, just boost and jump into the abyss. That's not you, that's you. Like, there's no reason to stay alive here. There's no reason to use our ult here. Even though you get a kill, that's a wasted ult. They use so many that having that extra ult could have won us the next fight. Here we're just stalling. If the fight is lost, just regroup, honestly. Jump off. Like, look at this. What can you guys do without any healing? What can you guys do without your mech? What can you guys do pre-game? Like, it's so split. We are playing like a dive comp, and it's very split. We have like our Monkey just coming back in, our Tracer getting out, our Reaper alone by himself in here. It's not coordinated at all. And the best way to make sure that we are at least somewhat coordinated is to reset and regroup, so that at least we're all going in at the same time. We don't have someone going in, someone going out, and someone just standing there. And you also just try to get out. Which, yeah. You should just have jumped off, by the way. Again, no reason to give them a creative free 150 charge. That's fine. Yeah, no awareness. Just regroup. They beat. They have literally used like every ult. So the fact that we used our ult and our team didn't regroup is pretty bad. We are still our team is still trickling in. That's the worst part. Like our team is just dying one by one. Reaper gets rest, which is bad because Mercy dies, and now even if you and Reaper get out, we have to wait for the Mercy to come back instead. And our Monk is probably gonna die all the way over here. Even if they kill Doomfist again, but they are not gonna be able to take the point. Not you. This is you. No, they now have no DPS. Okay, never mind. I think you guys can still lose this because, man, I did not expect the Reaper to get both of their supports with the assault. I do still think that you guys can lose this, but that Reaper made it very winnable. I would definitely have regroup. In the end, just 4 of us win the fight because Reaper gets 3. Not even 4 of us. Nah, yeah, 4 of us. Lucio, Monkey, Reaper, and you, because Mercy died. Yeah. He saw the ball, we tried to go for him. Yeah, this is fine. We're trying to chase the ball, which is okay. Just be aware that their team is gonna be coming back soon. And sometimes it's just not worth dealing with the ball. Let your McCree, who has a stun, just stun him and kill him. We lose him. He was in the corner there. And our Monk is dead because we are with the backline. Your team gets shattered. Both of your supports get shattered. This is really bad. This is probably that's probably a loss. Your entire team went to the backline to focus the ball without your McCree, who is the only one who has a stun, and that's just very unfortunate because it's just very difficult to kill without a stun. Again, we boosted the McCree, but we just die. It's fine. I don't think we're gonna win that. And it's probably a lost point. You go ball here. You should go ball here to get back faster. Just in case, but it's again just nitpick. No one's gonna touch. Yeah. 0, just fine. Oh my god, that's a weird extinguisher. Okay. Alright. Let's check how this goes. So, we have a Widow. That's good. It's a very good Widow map. I would be expecting them to have a Widow on this point, but they don't. So that's gonna be better for us. What do we want to do? We want to be with our Monkey, right? We just want to be close. This is a little bit far away. We just want to be closer to Monkey. We are... I think you're trying to peel for the Mercy here. I'm gonna say that's fine. Yeah, good decision. You swap from going with your Monkey, which was, I think, the ideal plan, to peeling with your Mercy, to peeling for your Mercy, who was very low and was being bothered by a McCree. And you got a McCree, so good decision there. And we just kill them. Yeah, we just kill them and get the point. Just a Lucio. Nothing to comment here. Kill the Lucio. We take a good position. By the way, as D.va, the McCree has a Smurf, so I need to have to focus him. Okay, that's fine. Honestly, I like the idea of you knowing that you had to build for your Mercy and doing it correctly more than the McCree has a Smurf, but it's fine anyway. You killed the McCree, so good job. What do we do here? We take a good position. What would be a good position be? Up here with your Monkey? I was gonna be like, you and Monkey should be up here because they have nothing to contest you. And Monkey's already here, so we should be with our Monkey. We should be ready to drop on top of them. Like as soon as they go to the choke, we just drop on top of one of them, kill them, probably with McCree, and then just come back here. Or even up here. Like they cannot do a lot about it. Monkey drops too early. No, he's trying to save Reaper. You should definitely be matrixing your Reaper. Make sure he gets out. That's fine. Even though there's a little bit of overlap with the Wraith there, it's better to be safe than sorry sometimes. This is a good... You have pretty good mechanics. I said this on the last review. Your mechanics are actually pretty good. I think your biggest problem is cooldown usage. And positioning doesn't matter as much with D.va because you have a get out of free 4-second pass with the boosters. So D.va is actually really good for you. We contested D.va, and they now have a D.va rather than a ball, so getting her out of high ground is a good call. And we just get her out of there, yeah. Okay, that's good. We didn't use defense matrix. When you have defense matrix in a D.va 1v1, you want to use it for the micro missiles. Other than that, you just don't want to use it, so good job. We didn't have to get out here though, because our monkey was going in, and we are going out. See the disconnect? Monkey's going in, we're going out, there's a disconnect. I keep going to the Mercy. That's because you were on 11th, the last one, so I keep going to the 11th. We just peel for Orana, that's good. That's unnecessary. You get a double kill, but it's still unnecessary. And we just kill the Hanzo, yeah. That's even more unnecessary. And he got hacked, so that's feeding him free charge. Good job, peeling for your monkey, being with your monkey. Make sure he doesn't get burned down by hack. Yeah, this is good. You're on fire! We hit the ball. Good job. We hit the fire strike that's about to come. Never mind, we just go to the high ground again. Our Reaper is dead, which means that now we don't have a lot to do with the Rhine. So we have to focus somewhere else, for sure. That's our bubble. Oh, you are spy checking for the Sombra, I gotcha. We try to get the Mercy. We don't aim at her. Like, you can get closer past the D.va and try to kill her. But I don't think you would have killed her. Instead, we turn to the D.va. That's just lost. We just time point. They got a big shatter, basically. So we just time point. At some point. Now that we are baby D.va, we 100% get off the map. Die or get off the map and we respawn. Like, when you're baby D.va, you have to die the fastest way possible. Either on card, or to someone, or jump off the map. Whatever way you can. I know, I've been there. You can get your mech impressively fast. But imagine this. Okay, yeah, we get the Merc back. And we are literally in the backline as a big target, feeding them 600 more HP of ult charge. It's not always worth it. Even if you are confident you can get your Merc back, it's not always worth getting your Merc back, because you will just feed them more ult charge. And if you die, if you lose your Merc again, you will be even more stalled. So dying is usually the better choice. Why did you go to a monkey? We got Nano Monkey or Nano Reaper. And we got the Mercy. We got 2 picks, they should be 1 already. That's a bomb you shouldn't concern yourself about. Yeah. A Reaper died, but it's still definitely 1. I think you guys can probably win this one. Like, the fight is definitely 1, and then you probably are going to have both of your tankers to contest, so. They use call, we just don't wake up a sleeping Reinhardt. You don't do enough damage, only wake him up if you have the micro missiles. Even if he's untied, you're not gonna kill him. Like, there's no way you are gonna kill him. Let your Widow get a headshot. Wait for Reaper's dead, so we cannot do that. Monkey cannot do that. So just let the Widow get a headshot, or wait for your micro missiles, which would not have been ready in time because sleep is 5 and this is 6. But you could have probably still gotten a bunch of damage into him as he got up. But yeah, you don't tickle him away. the sleep is basically 5-3 seconds without the main tank. Instead, we just push, we follow the monkey, and we kill the backline. We let the Reinhardt sleep. Yeah, we cannot kill him because we woke him up. And we couldn't kill anyone else because we woke him up. That's a mistake. I would say that's definitely a mistake on your part. You get hacked. It's okay. Nowadays, Sombra can start hacking from like everywhere. You should always be spy checking for them, but you cannot always be spy checking for them, literally. So sometimes you'll just get hacked, especially at D.va. You are an easy target. I think someone got slapped. No, she just threw out the nade. Again, this would be a good point to bomb, rather than going backwards. Why not bomb forwards? Like, I would bomb this. I would bomb right there. If you aim your bomb at the ground, it will go very slowly forward, right? Like, it will go like... And it's a lot easier to place it wherever you want to place it. So I would have aim at the ground and just threw it out there. Oh, spy checking console is... Yeah, that makes sense. Can you not hold the D.va thing? It makes sense. Like, I guess you have to move the joystick, the analog, and it's annoying. But yeah. Just at least always be holding fire when you are doing nothing. When you're just standing and looking at a place, always be holding fire so at least you can check whatever you're looking at. But yeah, I get that it can be really annoying. Yeah, again, mercy. Okay. We should have bombed out, but we don't. Instead, we get shattered and we lose the fight. We just lose the fight. We accept that this fight is lost. We just die on point. We lost 3, we're gonna lose 4. There it is. We just die on points. Yeah, that's good. We just stand on point and die. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to see when you guys lose a fight. So, yeah, good call on just standing on the point and dying. There was nothing you could do. And, by the way, you don't have to wait until 99 to do that. If you get to like 90%, that's good enough. Of course, if you can get it to 99, that's better, but knowing that you can get it to 90, it's still last fight territory, so that's really good. And they will have to trickle in, and it will be a lot easier. Good matrix on your Macy. I don't know if you actually did anything, but preemptively, a Reaper got hands out, which means he just got shot by a random arrow. So we should wait. We should wait until either a Widow gets a pick, Mercy resists the Hanzo, or the Reaper, or a Reaper gets wiped. We got a pick. We can go in now. And someone's sleeping. I'm not sleeping, just this shot. Bomb this. We can bomb this. You should always be looking to eat the orb. It's one of your priorities. I don't know if you were aiming for it or you were just trying to stop the Hanzo. But by stopping the healing orb, it's 300 of the healing that their team don't have. And it only takes you like a single flash of the Matrix. Good job. I like the joke. It's not ideal because you still gave him like 20-something% all charge by letting him hit you, rather than just boosting further away from him. But that's fine. I'm not gonna say it's great, but it's fine. Your monkey tries to do the same and just dies. But meanwhile, our DPS get 2 picks. We can now go on the Rhine. Or the Mercy, whoever you want. Mercy's purple, it's the ideal time to go for her. There, D.va got nano. But instead, we can kill the Mercy. Don't worry about dragons. So long as you have your boosters, these dragons will never do anything to you. You can just press your key and you will be safe. I was gonna say your shift key, but it's not shift on console. Yeah, the monkey. I think the monkey saw what you did, and he was like, "Oh, that's smart. I'm gonna do it. Wait, I don't have my leap. Oh no." That's fine. You should, yeah. Monkey bubbles it, and everyone's safe. We just bomb. That's a good bomb. We are just making sure no one can touch. It's fine. EMP. It's still fine though. Should be able to kill. Yeah, we should be able to kill the Rhine. I don't know what you're chasing. There's no way Sombra is invisible here. If you're trying to spy check for the Sombra, or are you just trying to shoot her? I think you're trying to spy check, but she's just EMP'd, so she's not gonna be invisible. She's gonna be shooting. And mercy. Focus someone. We are looking at someone, and then they go away, and we look away. So what we want to do is focus someone. We looked like, hold on, I think I can actually do it better by showing you what I mean. Give me the cursor, please. Please, cursor, please. There we go. Don't ask me why it does that, okay? Now, let's go a little bit further back. Let's look at your point of view. Let's look at your point of view. Let's look at what you're focusing, right? We bomb. That's fine. Sombra's right there. Okay, we know where the Sombra is. Okay, the Sombra's right there. I'm shooting the D.va. No, okay, the Sombra EMP'd. Okay, no, where's the Sombra? Run has to die. Okay, Ryan is dead. Here's D.va. Sombra's still behind me. I'm gonna shoot the Sombra. Where's Sombra? Okay, no, doesn't matter. D.va. Okay, no, D.va's gone. I'm gonna focus the Mercy. I know there's a Mercy here. Never mind, the Mercy's gone. I'm gonna do the Moira. Okay, Moira's gone. What do I do now? Ryan? Yeah, Ryan. Your focus is all over the place. Try to focus someone until they die, ideally. Or until they just get away from you and you don't have your boosters. Of course, you can change. Just try not to change as much. Because you are losing focus and it's costing you a lot of damage as you are swapping between targets. This is one anyway. You kill the D.va, you kill the baby, and you got it. Nice. Right. Give me a second, I'm gonna close my window, but I'm gonna let the next point be charging. And I'm back. So yeah, I'll just gonna close the window. Okay, let's see how this goes. And of course, feel free to ask any questions if you have any. I'm always here to answer whatever you have in mind. This is a good D.va map, just keep in case that because they have a hog. We don't know that they have a hog yet, so I won't mention it yet. We go to the high ground. We should be taking this high ground. This is the high ground you usually want to take because it leads you to their backline. We take it a little bit late, or are you not even going for it? We're not even going for it. Now we know that they have a Roadhog. We have to, 1, be careful of the hook. Okay. 1, be careful of the hook. And 2, be ready to defense make whoever he hooks, right? Those are the 2 things you have to be aware of with playing against the Roadhog. If he uses his hook, you can just shoot him a little bit for free ult charge, but you're probably not gonna kill him alone, like ever. So don't bother too much other than like keeping an eye for his hook. Whenever the hog is around the edge, he's just looking to hook, right? That we know this. He's just looking to hook someone and drop in the pit. That's what every Roadhog does. Roadhog, the most scary hero for D.va. It depends on the circumstances. Like when Hog was meta, D.va was actually being played to counter Hog because you can DM people. I would say D.va is actually. I would say it's a skill matchup to a degree, but I would say D.va is better against Hog than Hog is against D.va. I'm gonna say that all in all, it's gonna be very difficult for either of them to kill each other. So just assume that you cannot kill him and he will have a very difficult time killing you, but you can stop him from doing a lot of his work, whereas he cannot stop you from doing a lot of his work. So while you cannot 1v1 him directly, by matrixing whoever he hooks, you can deny like 90% of the hog value, but he cannot deny your value. So you are actually a lot better off in this 1v1. Just by not attacking him directly, by just making sure that you keep track of the hook, matrix the hook, and then either focus him down with someone or not focus him down, you can actually stop him from doing a lot. I would say that the most scary hero for D.va is actually Zarya, because you cannot stop any of the Zarya's damage. And if you micro misses the Zarya, she can get charged. But of course, against Zarya, I would say against Zarya, it is a 50-50 chance. So it is a skill-based matchup. Roadhog playstyle change against D.va. D.va has to wear... Roadhog playstyle change against D.va. Do you mean the D.va playstyle against Roadhog? The Roadhog playstyle against D.va is basically, okay, I have to make sure she's not in line of sight when I hook someone. Or I have to hook the D.va. Because if you hook someone and D.va is close, she can just DM you and you will do no damage and you will get no picks and you will get no value. The D.va, on the other side, has to play around the hook. So when you see the hook go out, you have 8 seconds to do whatever you want. Unless he hooks someone. If he hooks someone, we boost in, DM, and then we can burst them with whoever he hooked in, or get out again when we can. But other than that, when he hooks, we have 8 seconds to do whatever we want, which is basically 2 boosters. So it is one more thing thrown into the idea of peeling. Instead of focusing on our backline by taking angles or just staying by them, you peel by people by saving your resources for when they hook, so you can block the damage and you can keep people alive that way. It's another form of peeling that combines resources and damage mitigation. He's looking for a hook right here. I think he's trying to hook you actually. He missed the hook. I just saw him throw the hook. I heard him throw the hook. We have 8 free seconds to do whatever we want, and... hold on, where's the... Ashe is a really, really good target for you. You want to... First, you want to eat the dynamite, because the dynamite is insane. And you can just dive her and prevent him from getting any value, right? So, leave Reaper and Hog to their 1v1, to their lowest squirrel, and you go in this. How to avoid being hooked while trying to build for teammates. Here's the secret. You don't have to avoid being hooked. I'm gonna say it's always better to not be hooked, of course. But first, if you're hooked and a teammate is not, you can probably survive so long as you have Matrix and healing. But to actually avoid being hooked, what you do is you just play the high ground. Or you play in cover. Let's say cover is less effective. But by playing high ground, like playing here, right? In this case, let's assume that the hog was here to make the example easier. In this case, you probably want to be on top of him, pushing him, whatever. But let's assume they are engaging, so you play here. And Rothog is coming in. Let's just say Rothog is coming in here. If you are here, if he tries to hook you, we have all of this cover. We can just back out a little bit and he will not get us. But if you hook someone, we can just peek and the magic from here. So to play close enough, what you do is you abuse line of sight. You play here on the high ground where he cannot hook you, and you wait and you hook, or you just peek, proc from here, do damage, whatever. And when you think he's hooking, or when you see the hook, you just back out a little bit and he misses. Or we just play like here, wherever you are right now, you can play inside. And if you hook someone, if you were on main, you could matrix him, poke out. You can play inside. Basically, just play with cover. Cover is your best friend for a lot of things, especially against the Roadhog. Like I said, imagine that there are infinite HP shields, right? So standing behind one basically means he cannot hook you. If he wants to hook you in particular, he has to show up. But you have a lot more mobility, so you can go around if you have to, or you can just walk out. And if he tries to hook a teammate from here, and you are like, say here, he's here, he cannot see you, but he hooks someone from behind you. If you're here, you can just matrix here and block whoever's hooked from dying. So play with cover. The easy solution, the easiest answer is play with cover. Ideally high ground, which high ground is also cover. The floor you are on is cover, but cover also works. We should boost into this and try to get someone. We are playing defensive here. It's unfortunate. I think you can still win the fight, but having the Reaper alive would have been good. So I would have pushed aggressive to try to kill the Ashe, save the Reaper, annoy them. But I guess you're trying to play with Monkey rather than with the Reaper. So he gets Santa to kill him, that's good. Retreat the Orisa. Focus the Orisa down, it's okay. I don't know what you're looking for, just focus the Orisa down. You're looking for the Mercy? That's fine. Like, you have 3 people shooting the Orisa. It was you, Monkey, who could move backward, I think. And the Ana are focusing the Orisa down. You can just kill the Orisa. The Mercy does not do... Oh, sorry. Mercy does not do enough damage, enough healing by herself to save the Orisa. In fact, you could 1v2. It's okay to get hooked so long as you have boosters and matrix to survive. I'm saying it's a lot preferable that you get hooked to another teammate. Ideally, you don't want to get hooked. But if it's between you and a teammate, it's you 95% of the time. Because if you have boosters, you can just get out. If you have matrix, you can eat the damage coming in. So it is a lot likely that it is very likely that you survive, especially if a healer is looking at you and heals you a little bit after you get hooked. It is extremely likely you survive. Whereas if he hooks a teammate, especially a squishy teammate, he can just shoot him in the face and kill him, right? So I'm not saying it's okay to get hooked. I'm saying it's preferable that you get hooked than a teammate gets hooked. Like I said, your best tool is playing on the high ground or on cover to make sure that he doesn't hook you to begin with. But if the choice is there, yeah, you get hooked by the teammate. Just focus the wrist down. Like, look at her face. Her face is so big. At this range, she cannot do anything to us. So we can just kill her. We can just shoot her in the face until she dies. Wrong one again. Nice. Ashe is behind us. We just want to kill her. Mercy's resting. We should definitely get that. That's fine. We didn't get the rest. We could have gotten the rest. Like, you could have boosted into her. But that requires a lot of turning. And I guess that's it on the console. We just try to kill whoever's on point at this point. We've won the fight, right? Like, they're just trickling in by 2 people at a time or 1 people at a time. It's free ult charge for us. So just kill them. But we should focus whoever's on point, which in this case is the Orisa and the Mercy. Orisa is never gonna kill you. Like, there is no way an Orisa kills you. I would not expect her to be able to. Yeah. We get point. You get the Mercy, that's good. Just kill the Mercy. Even better, the Mercy gets slapped, and we don't kill her. We stagger her. I don't know how much health she has, but what I would do here is I would melee the railings. This is a little bit too BS, but you can melee the railings next to her without waking her up, and then you can boost her with your boosters. So she slowly falls to her death, and it takes even longer for her to respawn, right? It's a little BS, but it's fun. It's one of the funniest things to do. Never mind, the Reaper just fucking shoots. I don't know why we went high ground. I guess I could see if you're following your monkey, it's okay. I'm just saying we can just go up over this instead, rather than all the way around. But if you're following your monkey, it's okay. So your matrix, we don't need it. Decent. I wanted to stagger her. Yeah, I saw you. You were like, "Hello, I'm gonna stagger you. Hello." I was telling you an even more BS way of staggering her, but the Reaper just went up and killed her. You can bomb this, by the way. I will bomb this. Look at them. Just look at them. They are so far away, and they just put the shield down. I will just throw my bomb here. Their Doom is dead. Hog is right there. Bob just go at the end of the map. That's unlucky. The Orisa's dead, which is pretty good. They are all things, so careful. I'm gonna say don't get out of line of sight of your Mercy, so she can... She's probably gonna go for the Ana anyway, but... That's a good kill. I just heard him smash down behind us. This is a 1-5, this is fine. You can get that, yeah, nice. Good job on the eat. Again, you can ult early here to win the fight. We are getting a rest here, but it's gonna be difficult for her. But I think she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. Aran is dead, that's unlucky. That means Hog is in a point. Careful here. I was gonna say you are 1v1ing him. This is what you want to avoid. 1v1ing him means that he at this range, it means that he can actually kill you. But instead, we matrix him and we have the monkey to support us, so it's fine. Decent bomb. Yeah, good bomb. I would have liked it more if we had used it earlier, but Trick won the fight, probably. And they both even, and we still have the point. So, overall, pretty good. Oh, Bob is killing everyone. Kill the Ashe. Focus the Ashe. Okay, we down point. Just jump to point if you can. No, point. Like, we don't want to give this up for free. We can get it to 75 or even, like, we can get it to 75 or 80%. If you go to get the mini, you're not gonna have the time to come back and touch, I don't think. Okay, we do. We do only because they didn't focus the Ana down, but you should not be doing that. Like, this fight is lost, we just go and die on point. Oh, we got off the point. We should definitely have died on point. You could definitely have gotten into 80%. And with some luck to 85. We're gonna lose the mech here. You managed to get out, which is pretty good. And you're waiting to give your Ana the ult charge here, I believe, which is also a really good decision. Just keep in mind that your team are going in without 2 people right now. And Mercy's gonna heal you anyway, yeah. Okay. As soon as Ana comes back, which should be in 2 seconds, that's a good res. We take the high ground, that's really good. Yeah, you wanted to give your healers off. Yeah, like I said, that's a really good decision. Whenever you can, give it to them. So that, yeah, it's just objectively good, the right decision. We take the high ground here. We deny them the high ground. Monkey takes it, we just go for it. No, sorry, again. We just go here. They have points, so we have to... Oh, Reaper's going in. Yeah, that's unlucky. We're going in. I like that you didn't use boosters there. There was no reason to use boosters. You could just jump in, so you just jumped in. That's very good. And we are matrixing our monkey when he's not using the bubble. So again, that's very good. When he drops the bubble, oh, he's just primal. At high side, yeah, at high side you would not have escaped. That's why I said you should be dying on the point, which is what I said first. You could have gotten a little bit more percentage, and you would have died, and you would have regrouped your team. So dying on the point was probably the correct choice, but in this case in particular, you managed to make it work. It's not what I recommend. Dying on the point is definitely what I would recommend, but in this case, you managed to get out, so that's fine. Monkey's permaling, we matrix so he doesn't get burned down, that's good. We eat that. We just don't have to engage him, yeah. We should stay on point because there's someone contesting it. So you don't have to come here, you can just stay here to make sure someone's contesting the point so that they are forced to stay on the point. Unless you're peeling. I think you're trying to peel, but there's not a lot to peel for. Diana's coming back, but I don't know if you know that. We got Doom. We killed Doom, that's pretty good. Well done. We have now Bone Point. D.va, I just saw the D.va. I'm pretty sure you saw the D.va too. You should have gone for that. I think this is the second or the third time that Bob is dying on that hole. Hold on. I saw the D.va, right? Hey. I guess you cannot quite see her. A second late on the DM, you always want to DM a Reaper. Like 90% of the time, if there's a Reaper, you want to DM him. You were a second too late, and Monkey's dead, but he can probably be rest. Yeah, there's the rest. We kill, careful with the Doom, that's fine. Doom is one of the more difficult. She was behind the wall. Yeah, I think she was behind the wall. It's fine. No. I was gonna say she's gonna lose back anyway, so it's fine. Doom is one of the more difficult for you to deal with because he doesn't have more mobility than you do, but he's got it more often. which means that it's difficult for you, and he can CC you a lot. But you are also on the other side, on the flip side, you are also one of the most annoying ones for him because you can eat his knuckle shots and you can stop him from doing combos and stuff. So this is a matchup where honestly I would not take it on offense, but I would be there to peel for my team whenever I can, whenever the Doomfist goes in. He's gonna Meteor Strike to point. You can just bomb point if you want. We don't. He didn't even go for point. It's 99. We bomb. That's solid. That's pretty good. I think a little bit more to the left, you would have gotten the Doomfist as well. I think you didn't get him because he was protected by this. I like it though. I like exploding it in the air is really good because you get like all of this area rather than just this half. But ideally you want to do it like on an area where there's not this cover, so here or just on right on top. But it's still pretty good. You got the Lucio, which is one of the most annoying ones to get. We remake on the high ground and we probably win. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is one. That's pretty solid. Lucio got res, he should speed. We just clean up. This is just clean up. Oh! That's on you. I know you got booped, but that's on you. You always watch out for the Lucio. Let's look at it. You are focused on the Mercy, and we just charge at the Mercy, and the Lucio just moves it back. Yep. I'm gonna say that's half unlucky, half you, not entirely you. And the Mercy dies for it anyway. But we still win, it's okay, it was already on cleanup. So I'm gonna show you what I wanted to show you. Let's go to the practice range. D.va. Man, I do love this skin. It's so nice. So what I'm saying is that you know you can cancel the boosters by meleeing, right? What you usually want to do, this is about what I said that you can stop the Mercy from going anywhere by body blocking her. What a lot of people will do to get burst damage, and I don't know how easy this is to do on console, but what you want to do is you want to go at them and melee right as you stop, because it will do that extra 30 damage and it will deal more burst damage. The combo with D.va is you look at someone, you burst, you mana missiles, you shoot, and they die. But like interrupting your boosters with the melee means that both you know where the target's gonna go because they always make that arc, and you just know that it's an extra 30 damage that you would not have otherwise. And as a benefit, you stop. There's like it does, but it's worth the burst damage because when you go on someone, being able to stop in melee means you can fire right on top of them. Whereas if you don't stop with melee, if you have to stop manually, you just don't. You may go past them and you may not be able to shoot them. One of the benefits of stopping with melee is that you can just stop and shoot at them right away, right? Even though it stops your primary fire for a second, your primary fire is not that much damage, and the burst from this is worth more because you can get to shooting right away, right? Like if I just hold on, let me find a good one to show this. If I am this close, like right, and I just press shift and go for it, I may just miss him. Like I may boosters past him and not be able to shoot him consistently. On the other hand, if I'm like looking at this one and I just shoot and melee, I can keep shooting him in front of me, and I don't have to like turn around all the way to try to find him again, right? It's just easier. Also, it provides a little bit of a boop, so if you wanna just goodbye. And the damage is actually not that much more, but it is a little bit more damage. And also, what you can do is you can melee right away when you start the boosters, and it will not actually stop them. Like if you do, I just melt this guy and I kill him, even though I just still have the boosters. I didn't name it correctly, but yeah. If you melee, this is a more advanced tech, which is not useful every time. Like I would say 90% of the time or 95% of the time, you definitely want to melee so you can keep shooting at them on the face and you can just kill them. Sometimes if you're like this close and you're out, I don't know, you want it for some reason, you can burst damage by doing this, right? If you melee and melee, if you boosters and melee right away, you can melee and it will not stop your boosters, which is pretty solid. Just a little bit of a tidbit. But yeah, 90% of the time it is better to just boost and melee them so you can keep shooting them rather than to like boost and melee, not melee and keep flying past them because you don't auto stop. Just melee their face and keep shooting. That's all I wanted to show you. Other than that, like aiming D.va bomb, aim at the ground, just go for it. It goes so little. In comparison, right? It's a lot easier to aim if you aim it at the ground. And the extra melee damage is nice. It's always nice. Because it actually does more damage, unless you're like literally on this location. The melee does more damage because of how the damage is. So 90% of the time, definitely worth it to like melee to stop and keep shooting him on the face, than maybe not melee, go a little past and have to look around to try to finish someone off. Especially with moving targets, right? Okay. Any other questions you want to ask? I can guarantee that by meleeing a target, rather than just let your boosters run out, or cancelling them with cancelling with the boosters button, which is shift to computers, you will have an easier time following up on the kills. Like, doing it like this, you will have an easier time following up on the kills, rather than just shooting them normally. I can guarantee it. Because I'll put it like this. D.va, one of D.va's advantages is the burst damage, and doing the melee also does 30 burst damage in the contact, rather than a little bit less damage spread over the time you cannot shoot. So it's worth it in two senses. Yeah, please do message me if you can think of anything. Other than that, thank you for coming. Thank you for everything. I appreciate having someone who appreciates my VOD reviews. Especially thank you for the donation, and anything else, feel free to ask. I may be live again tomorrow, or I'll probably be live again tomorrow, but definitely do let me know how your matches are going, yeah? And again, I'm gonna upload this as a highlight and send it to you in a private link. But thank you for coming, and I'll see you around. The stream is now over. Thank you, I appreciate it. Have a good day.